Welcome back to my channel, where we make language learning simple and real for your daily life. Many people believe they need to spend hours every day to become good at speaking English. They think they must study long lists of words or read thick grammar books until their eyes hurt. Let us think about a very common story. Imagine a person who wants to speak English fluently. They go out and buy a huge workbook. They buy notebooks and colorful pens. They make a big plan in their mind. They promise themselves that they will study for 3 hours every Saturday. But when Saturday finally arrives, they are exhausted from a long week of work. They look at the big book and they feel stressed. They decide to rest instead, promising to start next weekend. The next weekend comes and the exact same thing happens. The heavy book stays on the shelf, gathering dust. This is a loop that many of us know very well. We wait for the perfect time, but the perfect time never comes. The truth is that you do not need hours of free time to make progress. In fact, spending 5 minutes every day is much better than studying for 2 hours once a week. Your brain needs daily contact with English. Your ears need to hear the sounds daily. Your mouth needs to move and shape the words daily. When you practice every day, even for a very short time, you build a strong habit. 5 minutes might seem small, but small actions repeated every day have a giant power. Think about what you do with 5 minutes right now. You might scroll through social media without thinking. You might watch a funny video or wait for your coffee to brew. What if you used those same 5 minutes to train your English? This is not about lazy watching or passive listening. This is about 5 focused minutes where your mind is fully awake and your mouth is actually speaking. In this guide, we will look at simple ways to use just 5 minutes a day to change how you speak and understand English. You do not need a teacher or a classroom. You only need 5 honest minutes and a small space to practice. If you are a beginner, this is the perfect way to start because it removes all the pressure. You do not have to worry about making mistakes or feeling embarrassed. You can start small, build your confidence, and watch your skills grow step by step. Let us begin this journey together and see how these 5 minutes can change your life. Section 1. The 5-sentence foundation. Why do so many people freeze when they try to speak English? They feel a heavy block in their chest. They want to say something, but their mind goes completely blank. This happens because they think they must speak perfectly. They believe they need to give a long speech or use big, complicated words. They think they need to sound like a native speaker right away. This is a massive mistake. It puts too much pressure on your brain. When you feel stressed, your brain shuts down. You cannot remember the words you already know. You feel like a failure and you want to stop. We need to remove this pressure completely. You do not need to speak for an hour. You do not even need to speak for 5 minutes continuously at the beginning. You only need to speak 5 simple sentences every single day. Just 5. That is the magic number. It is small, it is safe. Anyone can find the time to say 5 short sentences. Let us think about speaking as a physical skill. Speaking a new language is not just about grammar rules in your head. It is about your mouth, your tongue, and your breath. Your mouth has muscles. These muscles are used to speaking your native language. They know exactly how to move to make those familiar sounds. But English sounds are different. They require your tongue to move in new ways. They require your lips to shape words differently. If you only read English silently in your head, you are not training these muscles. Your brain might understand the words, but your mouth will still freeze when you try to talk. It is like watching someone swim. You can watch them for years, but you will not learn to swim until you get into the water. You must open your mouth. You must let the sound come out, even if it is quiet, even if it is shaky. Your tongue needs this physical workout every day to build muscle memory. To make this easy, we will use 5 simple structures. You do not need to worry about complex grammar. You only need these 5 basic patterns. The first pattern is I am. The second pattern is I want. The third pattern is I like. The fourth pattern is I can. The fifth pattern is I will. These 5 patterns are the building blocks of the English language. They are simple, but you can use them to say almost anything about your life. Let us look at how we can use them in the morning. When you wake up, before you check your phone, say these 5 sentences out loud. Sentence 1. I am awake. Sentence 2. I want a warm cup of coffee. Sentence 3. I like the quiet morning. Sentence 4. I can learn English today. Sentence 5. I will do my best. Listen to how simple those sentences are. They do not use difficult words. They do not use complex grammar, but they are real. They are about you and your life. Let us try another morning routine example. Sentence 1. I am ready for the day. Sentence 2. I want to eat a good breakfast. Sentence 3. I like this beautiful sunshine. Sentence 4. I can practice my speaking now. Sentence 5. I will have a productive day. By saying these sentences, you are doing 3 things at once. You are training your mouth muscles. You are building your confidence. And you are teaching your brain that English is a normal part of your day. In the beginning, you might feel a bit silly. You are standing in your room talking to yourself in an empty space. You might think, this is strange. Why am I doing this? This feeling is completely normal. Every single language learner feels this way at first. It feels unnatural because you are not used to it. But after 3 or 4 days, this feeling starts to fade. It becomes a regular part of your morning. It becomes a habit, just like brushing your teeth. You do not think about brushing your teeth. You just do it. That is how your English practice should feel. You can change these 5 patterns to fit any part of your day. Let us look at how you can use them at the end of the day before you go to sleep. Sentence 1. I am tired after a long day. Sentence 2. I want to rest my mind. Sentence 3. I like my comfortable bed. Sentence 4. I can feel proud of my work. Sentence 5. I will sleep well tonight. See how easy that is? You are describing your real feelings. You are not memorizing random sentences from a textbook. You are talking about your own life. This is important because your brain remembers things much faster when they are personal. When you connect English to your real emotions and your real actions, the words stick in your mind. Do not look down on these 5 sentences. Do not think they are too easy to make a difference. Let us do some simple math. If you speak 5 sentences every day, that is 35 sentences in a week. In a month, you will have spoken 150 sentences. In a year, you will have spoken almost 2,000 sentences. That is a massive amount of practice. And you did it all in just a few minutes each day. This is how real fluency is built. It is not built by studying for 5 hours once a month and then forgetting everything. It is built by taking small, steady steps every single day. Start with these 5 sentences. Open your mouth, let the words out, and let your confidence grow step by step. Section 2. The Echo Method for Listening. Let us move to our second daily practice. This is the echo method. To speak a language well, you must first learn how to hear it. Many language learners make a big mistake. They want to speak immediately, but they do not listen. They spend all their time trying to force words out of their mouth, but they do not put any English into their ears. Think about a child learning their first language. A baby does not start speaking on day one. A baby listens for months. They listen to their parents. They listen to the sounds around them. They absorb the music of the language before they ever say a single word. Your brain needs this same input. If you do not listen to English, your speaking will feel stiff. It will feel unnatural. You will struggle to find the right rhythm. Your pronunciation will feel heavy and forced. This is why we use the echo method. You do not need a partner for this. You do not need a native speaker sitting next to you. You only need a short piece of simple English audio, and you need 5 minutes. Many learners think they should watch difficult movies to improve. They turn on action movies or fast news broadcasts. They try to listen to complicated speeches about science or politics. This is a bad idea. It is too hard. The words fly past your ears too quickly. You cannot catch the individual sounds. You feel lost and frustrated. Your brain gets tired and shuts down. Instead, you must choose very simple English. Look for slow stories. Look for beginner conversations. Look for audio designed for daily life. The language should be clear and easy to understand. Once you have your simple audio, the process is very easy. You listen to one short sentence, then you pause the audio. You let that sound echo in your mind for a second. Then you repeat the sentence out loud. You do not just read the words on a screen. You copy the sound. You copy the rise and fall of the voice. You copy the pauses. You copy the emotion. Let us try a real example. Imagine the audio says, "The weather is beautiful today." You pause the player. You hear the sound in your mind. Then you say it. "The weather is beautiful today." The audio says, "I am planning to go for a walk." You pause. You repeat. "I am planning to go for a walk." The audio says, "It feels nice to be outside." You pause. You repeat. "It feels nice to be outside." This might seem too simple. You might think you are not learning anything new because you already know these words. But you are training your brain and your body at the same time. You are training your ears to catch the small details of pronunciation. You are training your mouth to copy those sounds. You are training your brain to connect the sound of a word with the physical movement of your lips. Think about how you learn a song. When you hear a new song on the radio, you do not memorize the lyrics first. You listen to the melody. You hear the song again and again. Soon the tune gets stuck in your head. You start to hum along. You do not even think about the words. You just feel the rhythm. The echo method does the same thing for your English. It puts the melody of English into your mind. When you repeat the sentences, you are humming the tune of the language. Let us look at a 5-minute plan for this practice. In the first minute, just listen to the short audio clip. Do not try to repeat anything. Just close your eyes and listen to the sound. Try to understand the general meaning of the words. In the second minute, listen to the clip again. This time, pay attention to how the speaker connects words. Notice where they pause. Notice which words sound stronger than others. In the third minute, start the pausing and repeating. Listen to a sentence, pause the audio and say it out loud. Do this for every sentence in the clip. In the 4th minute, repeat the same sentences again, but this time try to speak more clearly. Try to make your voice sound exactly like the speaker on the audio. Focus on the smooth flow of the words. In the 5th minute, try to say those sentences without the audio. See if you can remember the rhythm and the sounds on your own. This is a complete and powerful workout for your ears and your mouth. The secret to this method is repetition. Many learners get bored very quickly. They listen to one video and then they immediately click on another video. They watch 10 different videos in 10 minutes. This is a mistake. It is much better to master one short video than to watch 50 videos casually. When you repeat the same easy sentences over and over, they become a part of you. They sink deep into your memory. Your mouth becomes comfortable with the shapes of the words. Let us practice this together right now. I will say a sentence and you will repeat it after me. I want to improve my English. Now say it slowly. I want to improve my English. Say it again. I want to improve my English. Now let us change one word to build a new sentence. I want to improve my speaking. Say it out loud. I want to improve my speaking. I want to improve my listening. Say it clearly. I want to improve my listening. I want to improve my pronunciation. Say it with control. I want to improve my pronunciation. This is how you build confidence. You are not just repeating like a robot. You are learning how the language structure works. You are creating new sentences using the same rhythm. Remember to speak slowly during this practice. Do not rush. Many people believe that fast English is fluent English. This is not true. Real fluency starts with clarity. If you speak too fast, your words will run together. People will not understand you. But if you speak slowly and clearly, your voice will sound strong and controlled. Speed will come naturally over time. For now, focus on the clean sound of every word. Use your 5 minutes to build a solid foundation. Listen, pause, repeat, and let the English rhythm become a natural part of your voice. Section 3. The 3-word microstory. Let us look at a very common problem. Many people want to build a big vocabulary. They open a dictionary, or they search for long lists online. They try to memorize 50 new words in one day. They feel very excited at first. They write the words down. They repeat them over and over. But what happens the next day? They forget almost all of them. What happens after a week? They cannot remember a single word. This is a very frustrating loop. It happens because your brain is not a computer. You cannot just copy and paste lists of words into your memory. Your brain needs connection. It needs context. A single word on a piece of paper is dead. It has no life. It has no meaning. To make a word stick, you must give it a home. You must put it into a sentence. This is why we use the 3-word rule. Instead of 50 words, you only choose 3. Just 3 words every day. This number is very small. It does not feel scary. Your brain can easily handle 3 words. It takes almost no effort to find 3 useful words. But we do not just write their meanings. We do not just look at translations. We make them active. We bring them to life. We do this by creating a microstory. A microstory is a tiny paragraph. It uses all 3 words together. This is a very simple method, but it is incredibly powerful. It trains your brain to think in English. It forces you to connect ideas. It turns passive vocabulary into active speaking skills. Let us look at how this works. Imagine you choose 3 simple words today. The first word is practice. The second word is improve. The third word is confidence. These are very common words. You probably know their meanings. But can you use them naturally? Let us make one simple sentence for each word. For the word practice, I practice my English every day. For the word improve, I want to improve my speaking. For the word confidence, this habit gives me confidence. These sentences are very easy. Now let us combine them. Let us make our first micro-story. I practice my English every day because I want to improve my speaking. This simple habit gives me confidence. Look at that. You have made a real paragraph. You are not just repeating random words. You are telling a story about yourself. Let us try another example. This time we will use words about your daily routine. The first word is wake. The second word is ready. The third word is breakfast. These are very basic words, but they are perfect for daily practice. Let us build our sentences. First sentence, I wake up early in the morning. Second sentence, I get ready for my day quickly. Third sentence, I eat a delicious breakfast. Now let us glue them together. Let us make the micro-story. I wake up early in the morning and get ready for my day quickly. Then I eat a delicious breakfast with my family. This is a natural paragraph. It is exactly how people talk in real life. You are training your mind to connect actions. You are building smooth transitions between thoughts. Let us do another one. This example is useful for work or study. The first word is focus. The second word is task. The third word is finish. Let us make the sentences. First sentence, I need to focus on my work. Second sentence, I have an important task today. Third sentence, I will finish it before evening. Now we combine them into a micro-story. I need to focus on my work today because I have an important task. I will finish it before evening so I can rest. This is practical English. You can use this exact paragraph at your job. You can say it to your colleagues. It sounds natural and clear. You did not need a giant vocabulary list to say this. You only needed 3 simple words. Let us look at one more example. This one is about feelings. Talking about feelings is very important for building connections. The first word is nervous. The second word is try. The third word is happy. Let us make our sentences. First sentence, I feel nervous when I speak English. Second sentence, I want to try anyway. Third sentence, this challenge makes me happy. Now let us create the micro-story. I feel nervous when I speak English, but I want to try anyway. This challenge makes me happy because I am growing. This is a beautiful paragraph. It is honest. It is full of emotion. When you speak with emotion, your brain remembers the words much better. You are not just practicing grammar. You are sharing a piece of your mind. To make this practice work, you should keep a small notebook. This is your personal vocabulary book. It does not need to be fancy. just a simple paper notebook. Every day, write the date at the top of the page. Write your 3 chosen words. Write 1 sentence for each word. Then write your micro-story at the bottom. This physical action of writing is very important. It helps your brain process the letters and the shapes. It makes the words feel real. But do not just write them and close the book. Read your micro-story out loud. Read it 3 times. Read it slowly first. Then read it with a natural speed. Let your voice carry the meaning of the words. Now we must talk about the most important rule. This is the rule of revision. If you learn 3 words today and you never look at them again, they will disappear. Your brain will think they are not important. It will throw them away to save space. To prevent this, you must review them. The next day, before you choose 3 new words, open your notebook. Look at the words from yesterday. Read your micro-story out loud 1 more time. This takes only 30 seconds, but it tells your brain, wait, this information is still useful. Do not throw it away. Then look at them again after 3 days. Look at them again after 1 week. This simple review process locks the words into your long-term memory. They become a permanent part of your English. Many people think 3 words a day is too slow. They want to learn faster. But let us look at the math. 3 words a day means 21 words a week. In 1 month, you will learn about 90 words. In 1 year, you will learn over 1,000 words. But here is the big difference. These are not just words you recognize on a page. These are words you actually know how to use. You know how to put them into sentences. You know how to connect them into stories. You can speak them clearly and confidently. This is much better than memorizing 10,000 words from a list and not being able to say a single sentence. Focus on quality, not quantity. Learn less, but learn deeply. Use your 5 minutes to master 3 words every day and watch your English transform. Section 4. The solo conversation. Let us address a very common wall that many language learners hit. You can say 1 sentence easily. You can say, I like coffee. But then you stop. Your mind goes completely quiet. You want to say more, but the words do not come. You feel like a car that has run out of fuel. This happens because you have not practiced connecting your thoughts. Real fluency is not about saying 1 perfect sentence. It is about building a bridge from 1 thought to the next. To fix this, we use a simple tool called the solo conversation. For 5 minutes every day, you will choose 1 ordinary topic and speak about it without stopping. You do not need a difficult topic for this practice. You do not need to talk about global economics or deep science. In fact, difficult topics are a trap. They make you stress over big words. Instead, you should choose the most boring, normal topics from your daily life. Talk about your favorite food. Talk about your weekend plans. Talk about your job or your hobbies. These simple topics are powerful because they are the exact things people talk about in real life. When you meet someone, they do not ask you about complex theories. They ask you about your day. They ask you what you like to eat. If you can talk about these simple things easily, you can start real conversations with anyone. To make this practice work, we will use a simple 4-step structure. First, you introduce your topic. Second, you share 3 small details about it. Third, you explain why this topic is important to you or why you enjoy it. Fourth, you close with 1 simple sentence. This structure acts like a map for your brain. When you start speaking, you do not have to wonder what to say next. You just follow the map. Let us look at a real example. Imagine your topic is my favorite food. First, you introduce the topic. You can say, today I want to talk about my favorite food, which is pizza. Next, you give 3 details. You can say, I like pizza with a lot of cheese. I usually eat it on Friday nights. I like to share it with my family. Third, you explain why you like it. You can say, I love pizza because it reminds me of happy weekends. It is warm and delicious after a long week of work. Finally, you close with a simple sentence. You can say, that is why pizza is my favorite food. Look at how natural that sounds. You did not use any complex grammar. You did not use rare words, but you spoke for a full minute without stopping. You connected your thoughts smoothly. Your brain did not freeze because it had a clear path to follow. Let us try another topic. This time, let us talk about my weekend plans. First, introduce the topic. You can say, I want to share my plans for this coming weekend. Second, give 3 details. You can say, on Saturday, I will clean my room. Then I plan to meet a friend for tea. On Sunday, I want to rest and watch a movie. Third, explain why. You can say this weekend is important to me because I need to relax. My week was very busy and my mind needs a break. Finally, close the topic. You can say, I hope to have a very peaceful weekend. This is how you train your brain to think on its feet. When you practice this daily, you are building a habit of continuous speech. You are teaching your brain to search for the next detail while your mouth is still speaking the current one. This is a vital skill for real-life conversations. To help you get started, here is a simple 7-day topic plan. On Monday, talk about your morning routine. On Tuesday, talk about your family. On Wednesday, talk about your favorite food. On Thursday, talk about your English goals. On Friday, talk about your hobbies. On Saturday, talk about your weekend plans. On Sunday, talk about your dream. You can repeat this plan every week. Do not worry about finding new topics all the time. Repeating the same topics is highly beneficial. The first time you talk about your morning routine, you might struggle. The second time, you will remember more words. The third time, your speech will flow much faster. There is one very important rule for this practice. Do not write down a full script. Many learners make the mistake of writing every single word on paper and then reading it aloud. If you do this, you are practicing reading, not speaking. Your brain is not doing the hard work of creating sentences. It is just copying the words on the page. Instead, you should only write down a few keywords. For example, if you are talking about your morning routine, you can write down wake up, coffee, breakfast, walk. These are your triggers. When you look at the word coffee, your brain must create the sentence, I drink a hot cup of coffee. This forces your mind to work. It builds the mental muscles you need for real conversations. When you are talking to a real person, you cannot read from a paper. You must create sentences instantly. Keywords help you practice this exact skill in a safe way. Start your 5-minute timer now. Choose a topic from the list. Write down 4 or 5 keywords on a small piece of paper. Take a deep breath. Look at your first keyword and start speaking. Do not worry if you make mistakes. Do not stop if you use the wrong word. Just keep going. Follow your map until you reach the end. This simple daily practice will make your English smoother, stronger, and much more natural. Section 5. The audio mirror. Have you ever recorded your voice and felt shocked when you played it back? Most people dislike the sound of their own recorded voice. It sounds strange, thin, and unfamiliar. This happens because of simple science. When you speak, you hear your voice through your skull bones. But when you listen to a recording, you hear it through the air, just like everyone else does. Many language learners hear their recorded English and feel instant shame. They think they sound terrible. They decide their pronunciation is hopeless. They delete the file and promise never to do it again. This is a sad mistake. Your feelings are not reliable guides. They are often negative and misleading. If you want to improve, you need facts. You need real proof of how you sound. Your phone recorder is the most honest tool you own. It acts like a mirror for your voice. It shows you the truth without any judgment. To use this tool well, you must change how you listen. There are two ways to hear your recording. You can listen like a cruel critic, or you can listen like a helpful coach. A critic wants to punish you. A critic points at every mistake and says you should stop trying. This mindset will destroy your motivation. A coach is different. A coach listens with a calm mind. A coach looks for specific areas to improve. If a coach hears a mispronounced word, they do not get angry. They simply note the word and practice it again. When you play back your recording, you must be the coach. Do not tell yourself that your English is bad. Instead, ask yourself clear questions. Did I speak too fast? Did I pause in the middle of a word? Was my voice clear? Choose only one small thing to fix for the next day. You do not need to be perfect today. You only need to be slightly better tomorrow. Let us look at a simple 5-minute daily plan for this practice. In the first minute, pick a very easy topic. You can talk about what you ate for lunch or how the weather looks outside your window. In the second minute, write down 3 key words on the piece of paper. These words will guide your thoughts so you do not get lost. In the third minute, open the voice recorder app on your phone. Hit the record button and start talking. Speak for at least 1 full minute. If you make a mistake, do not stop the recording. Do not start over. Just keep going until the minute is finished. In the fourth minute, play the recording back and listen to it carefully. Do not feel embarrassed. Just pay attention to the flow of your words. In the fifth minute, find one sentence that felt difficult during the recording. Say that sentence again out loud, but try to make it smoother and clearer. This is a complete and highly effective practice session. The real magic of this practice happens when you save your files. Create a special folder on your phone and call it My English Journey. Save 1 recording every single week. Name them by the date or the week number. When you are in week 4, do not just record your voice. Go back and listen to your very first recording from week 1. You will be amazed by the difference. In your first week, you might sound hesitant and quiet. Your words might come out slowly, but by week 4, you will hear a new level of strength in your voice. You will notice that you do not pause as much. You will hear that your pronunciation has become much clearer. This comparison gives you undeniable proof of your progress. When you see this proof, your confidence will soar. You will realize that your hard work is actually paying off. You will no longer have to guess if you are getting better. You will have the evidence right there in your hands. It is important to remember that you should not just record yourself reading a text. Reading is a good exercise, but it is not the same as speaking. When you read, the words are already chosen for you. Your brain does not have to do the heavy lifting of finding vocabulary. But when you speak from your own mind, your brain is fully active. You are choosing the words, building the structure, and controlling your breath all at the same time. This is where real fluency is born. If you find it too hard to speak freely at first, you can use a mixed method. First, read a short paragraph from a book. Then close the book and try to explain what you just read in your own words. Record both parts. You will see how your brain transitions from copying words to creating them. This practice will prepare you for real-life conversations where there are no scripts to read. To make this practice exciting, you can set a simple weekly recording challenge. On Monday, introduce yourself and talk about your job. On Tuesday, describe your favorite room in your house. On Wednesday, talk about a movie you love. On Thursday, explain why you want to learn English. On Friday, share a happy memory from your childhood. On Saturday, talk about what you want to achieve next week. On Sunday, listen to all 6 recordings and celebrate your effort. This challenge keeps your practice fresh and interesting. You will never get bored because you are talking about different aspects of your life every day. Each recording is a small brick that builds your temple of confidence. Stop hiding from your own voice. Embrace the sound of your English. It is the only voice you have, and it is beautiful because it represents your courage to learn. Section 6. The unbreakable chain. Think about the difference between a spark and a steady fire. A spark is bright and hot. It jumps up quickly, but it dies in a second. A steady fire burns slowly. It keeps going hour after hour. It gives warmth because it lasts. Most language learners live their lives chasing sparks. They see a video. They feel a sudden rush of energy. They tell themselves they will study for 3 hours tonight. They start with high hopes. But by the next day, the spark is gone. They are tired. The energy is empty. They do not practice. This is the trap of motivation. Motivation is a feeling. It depends on your mood. It depends on the weather. It depends on how much sleep you had. If you only practice English when you feel motivated, you will never build a steady fire. You need something stronger. You need discipline. Discipline is not a heavy punishment. It is simply a promise you keep to yourself. It means doing the work even when you do not want to. It means giving English 5 minutes when you are tired. It means opening your mouth when you would rather stay silent. This is how you build an unbreakable chain. When you practice every single day, you are not just learning words. You are building a new identity. You are becoming a person who speaks English. To make this habit easy, you should use a method called habit linking. You do not need to find new time in your day. Your day is already full of habits. You brush your teeth. You drink coffee. You wait for the bus. You wash the dishes. These are actions you do without thinking. Your brain has strong pathways for these habits. You can link your English practice to these existing actions. Let us look at how this works in real life. Tell yourself, right after I pour my morning coffee, I will speak my 5 sentences. Or say, as soon as I sit down on the bus, I will do my echo practice. You can also say, right after I brush my teeth at night, I will record my voice. By linking English to an old habit, you do not have to rely on memory. The old habit becomes your cue. It tells your brain it is time to practice. You do not have to think about it, you just do it. Now we must establish the golden rule of consistency. Never miss 2 days in a row. This is a vital rule for success. Life is unpredictable. You will have days when you are sick. You will have days when you must work late. You will have days when an emergency happens. Missing 1 day is human. It is not a failure. It does not ruin your progress. But missing 2 days is dangerous. Missing 2 days is the start of a bad habit. It breaks your momentum. It makes the next day twice as hard. If you miss Monday, you must make Tuesday non-negotiable. Do not feel guilty about Monday. Do not waste energy on regret. Regret is useless. Just focus on today. Open your book. Speak your sentences. Keep the chain from breaking. Let us look at the math of this small habit. 5 minutes a day seems like nothing. It is less than 1% of your day. But over a year, those 5 minutes add up. 5 minutes a day is 35 minutes a week. It is 150 minutes a month. In 1 year, it becomes over 30 hours of highly focused practice. Think about that number, 30 hours of active speaking and listening. Compare this to someone who sits in a passive classroom for 30 hours. They are listening to a teacher talk. They are looking at the clock. Their mind is wandering. They are not actually practicing. Your 30 hours of active, focused practice is much more valuable. You are training your mouth. You are training your ears. You are building real, practical skills. And you did it without ever feeling overwhelmed. You did it by giving English just 5 honest minutes a day. This daily practice builds something even more important than vocabulary. It builds self-respect. Every time you complete your 5 minutes, you prove to yourself that your goals matter. You prove that you can keep a promise. This builds deep confidence. You start to believe in your own ability to grow. You stop waiting for a miracle. You realize that you are the creator of your own progress. Make a commitment today. Choose your habit link. Decide when you will do your 5 minutes. Keep the chain unbroken. Your future self will thank you for the small steps you take today. Think about how much time we waste every single day. We wait in long lines. We scroll through our phones without thinking. We worry about the future. These small moments slip away from us so easily. They disappear forever without leaving a single trace. But now you have a powerful choice in your hands. You can capture just 5 of those quiet minutes. You can turn them into something truly beautiful. You do not need a perfect plan to start. You do not need to wait for next Monday. You do not need to buy expensive books. You only need to take action right now. Look closely at your daily routine. Find your 5 minutes. It is already waiting for you. It might be when you first wake up in the morning. It might be during your quiet lunch break at work. It might be right before you close your eyes to sleep at night. This small block of time belongs entirely to you. It is your personal space to grow. It is your space to build a better future. The path to speaking English is not a wild race. It is a steady walk. You do not have to run fast. You only have to keep moving forward, one step at a time, one word at a time, one day at a time. Every time you choose practice over scrolling, you win. You prove that your dreams are real. You show yourself that you are worth the effort. This is where real confidence is born. It is not born on a public stage. It is born in the quiet moments of your own room. It is born when you decide to try. So do not wait. Start your timer today. Speak your first sentence. Listen to your first audio. Make your first recording. Your future self is watching you right now. The person you will be in 1 year is waiting. They will speak English with ease. They will feel calm and completely confident in any conversation. They will look back at this exact moment in time. They will thank you for making this simple choice today. They will thank you for not giving up when things felt hard. Your journey does not require a giant miracle. It only requires your quiet commitment. It starts with a single breath. It starts with 5 honest minutes. Believe in your own strength. Trust the quiet process of daily growth. Keep learning. Keep speaking. Keep improving every single day.